not going to talk all day. But here's the deal. I love you too. Here's the deal. I've known Mike, man, 25, 20 at least, 25 years. And the way I knew him is we were both very busy trial lawyers. We saw each other in court all the time. We had a lot of conversations because when you're a trial lawyer, you drink coffee and sit a lot as you watch bad things happen in court, usually, but sometimes good things happen in court. And I've had discussions with him going way back about everything under the sun, politics, truth, justice, what should be the American way, whether we're there or not. And I've also heard him evolve. I've heard him change. You probably heard me change too in a couple of ways. He's going to make a great judge. He's going to make a really, really, really good judge. The reality about Mike is he's honest, he's decent, he cares about other people, and he knows what he's doing. One of the issues we have a lot of times in court is you have people who say the right things, might even believe the right things, but they've never seen a courtroom. And then they get into a courtroom, they're put up on the bench, they don't actually know how to do it. Nobody in the room is going to tell them they're doing it wrong because they have a robe on and they're sitting higher than everybody else. So what do? They try to act really confident when they're not really sure what they're doing. They'll figure it out eventually, maybe. Mike doesn't have to figure anything out. He's going to hit the bench on day one. He's going to know on day one what is good and what is bad, what decisions should be made and should not be made. And that is a very, very, very big deal. I say this as the husband of a woman who was a judge for 19 years in Philadelphia County, Judge Lisa Rao. And I saw what she went through, and I saw what the reality was. There's a lot of nasty politics in the judiciary. There's a lot of personal stuff. There's a lot of elbows up. There's a lot of distraction about, I want to run for the next judicial thing, you know? There's a lot of that. Mike's not that. Mike is the guy who's going to get there, know what he's doing, try to copy the best judges he ever saw. He's going to do the right thing. And that is a really big deal when there are so many people in American politics, so many people in our institutions right now who are all about themselves, and they are all about doing the wrong thing if it benefits them even a little bit. That's what we actually have before us. So, I've been actually asking Mike for years, haven't I, Mike? When you going to run, Mike? When you going to run? Not this time? Come on, Mike. We need you. When you going to run? That was before I was DA. That was after I was DA. Come on, Mike. When you going to run? Well, he's finally gotten around to it, thank goodness. Yeah. I think that's important. And so I have no hesitation being here. I have yet to stand with any other person running for judge. Haven't done it yet. I'm doing it now. And I wouldn't miss it for the world. I want to make this commitment to you and this commitment to Mike. And that is that when you are independent, and not all of the institutions love you, because you might actually be sticking up for broke people, and black people, and brown people, and LGBTQ people, and immigrants. When the institutions don't love you, that means the people do. Yeah. And when the people love you, and you're able to organize with the people, you have an army. And when you have an army, that army's only better if it makes friends with another army. So Mike's army is my army. My army is Mike's army. This is not going to be a separate campaign for me. This is going to be a campaign in which we are putting together volunteers, and I don't mean a few. I mean hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. We are figuring out how to collaborate at every step. We are working together. Us and hopefully a few other people who are like-minded, who want to do the right thing, who might piss off some of the institutions because they need to be pissed off by doing the right thing. It is my hope that we are going to be together. We're going to fight from the beginning to the end. We're going to come across the finish line winning. We're going to join the ranks of some of my very favorite elected officials in the city of Philadelphia, like that one. And, let me see. How about Kendra Brooks? I know I'm going to forget somebody, but there's a list that goes beyond that of some really wonderful elected officials.
Andre Carroll.
Andre Carroll. There we go. Andre Carroll. I'm sorry, Andre.
I got
Oh, there she is. Hey, Kendra. I'm glad I said that while you're right there. But look, if we really do this right, it's not just getting Mike elected. It's not just getting me reelected, I hope. If we really do this right, it means we're going to register a whole lot of new voters, which sadly, some of our mainstream Democratic Party don't know how to do. We're going to get people who never voted before to vote this time. That means they're ready for the midterms, when we really, really, really need to take back part of our government so we can slow down the Cheeto and he can stop doing horrible things to human beings. I mean, everybody says we have 4 years of this. We better get them in 2 years. If we don't get them in 2 years, there may be no end to this. So this not only becomes a vehicle for all of us to learn how to put aside our differences, work together, get more and more people into this army, but it becomes an opportunity for us to get ready for the midterms that are coming in 2 years, when the entire country is on the line and the future of our democracy straight up is on the line. So I am delighted to be here for Mike, to support Mike. I am delighted to be campaigning with Mike from here through May at least, because he deserves it. He should be in that job. He is that good. And I really appreciate your enthusiasm, your energy. My goodness, I came into this place, I was like, Mike, where'd they all come from? Usually it's like, I mean, well, let's just say when my opponent announced, I think there were about 10 people there. But as I look around this room, this place is full, it is fired up, there's a lot of enthusiasm, there's a lot of heart. And so I'm delighted to be here with all of you, and I'm going to ask you, look at the people in your circle of influence. Look at your family members. Look at the people who listen to you. Look at the people who follow your social media or listen. Those are the people we need to get in this army. If you can get 5 people in, and each of them can get 4 people in, and each of them can get 3 people in, let's get real. The number gets very, very big very quickly. And then you have thousands of people who spread out on election day from Mike Huff, no matter what is happening in that particular ward. You get thousands of people who can do that door knocking, the literature drops, the calls, and everything else. That is how campaigns are really won. It's not the gazillion-dollar television commercials that we all know are a failure. It's not lining the pockets of a certain high-level Democratic Party official who doesn't actually do anything and then insults everybody whose campaign he didn't do anything for. It's that gutsy, gritty, day-to-day grind to make sure that Mike Huff wins. And I'm here with you 100%. Thank you very much. Mike, can you come up?